coverage you can count on. This is WNEM TV5 News at 11.
It's kind of a slap to the face, knowing that everything I had done over the last essentially decade was meaningless.
He went into the heat of battle to rescue injured soldiers, and when he came home, he wanted to put what he had learned in the military to use in a new career. And that turned out to be a much bigger challenge than he expected.
While millions of veterans are coming home and looking for work, Dan Miller's case highlights a little-known problem for many of them. Gino Vici has a story you will only see on TV5. Gino.
Well, Carrie, this is an interesting story. We have two entities here, the state and the military, both of which use the exact same standard to certify emergency medical techs. But there seems to be a huge disconnect between the two.
They're hyped up. They know they're hurt. They know there's something wrong.
Meet Saginaw native Dan Miller. As seen in this documentary produced by the U.S. Army, he proudly served his country for more than 10 years.
Not a secondary IED somewhere out there.
Most of that time, Miller served in a special unit as a medevac in the Charlie Company 1st of the 214th. Their mission, leave no U.S. soldier behind. Miller returned home this past March. His goal, to use that Army experience to get a job as an EMT. But now this soldier feels like he's been left behind.
Such a frustrating situation.
Believe it or not, Miller says the state of Michigan would not give him a certification for what he had done in the military for the past decade.
Just kind of like, wow, the one thing I thought I could always count on, all this experience behind me, getting a job, and nothing.
Miller says he couldn't believe he had to prove to the state he was qualified.
As a medic, it doesn't matter what level of a medic you are in the Army. All they give you is EMT basic certification.
That certification, Miller says, is sanctioned by the National Registry of Emergency Medical Technicians, also known as the NREMT. Even though in Michigan the test to become an EMT is given by the NREMT, Miller says he still wasn't automatically certified.
That's what was really frustrating. It's like you use National Registry standard for testing, but when I come with National Registry approval already, you don't accept it.
After months of gathering documents from the military in order to prove that he was in fact qualified, Miller says he recently and finally got certified with the state and now hopes to land a job doing the very thing he put his life on the line for in the Army, helping others.
I would love to get back on an ambulance. I'd love to go back to helping people. I'd love to go back to helping the community. That is my soul and my drive.
And speaking of others, Miller says he hopes the state and the military can come up with a faster way to qualify and verify men and women who serve this country in order for them to get jobs much faster. We're live in Saginaw. Gino Vici, WNEM TV5. Back to you.
All right. Thank you, Gino. Now, more than 3,000 soldiers are in Michigan right now for military action.